Get it on.
What is up, everybody? It's ISG80 coming to you from right here. Thank you so much for tuning into yet another video. And I don't know what I was expecting after my last video, my first attempt at a political-esque type video. And yeah, I think I got what I deserved. And it was a bunch of essentially nonsense. I'm not going to go all out and say that it was crazy. But yeah, it was interesting. And you know what? The conversation was relatively good and I just had to step away. And I think that was my mistake. I engaged a little too much in the comment section. However, that being said, there was a comment that did catch my eye, and that was regarding the taxes and the tax pledges for the parties that are going to be coming up. And I kept getting pushback saying that if it's the taxes that I'm worried about, then I should be looking at the other parties as opposed to the conservatives. Now, I decided to do some research and I found this website, and it just so happened to be that it didn't seem to have any connections to mainstream media. So I took it at face value. And as you can see here, as of March 28th, election tax pledges so far. It goes through Liberals, the three main parties, if you can consider NDP a main party at this point, and it breaks down their tax pledges. So what did I do? I took that, snapped it into ChatGPT to spit out a summary. And here we go. 1, 2, and 3. And who wins? The conservatives. Largest income tax cut down to 12.75. Broader GST exemption. Double the tax savings for families versus the Liberals. Double. I don't know. Sure, give up your money if you want to, but I prefer to keep it in my pocket than let it go over to Zimbabwe for some sort of LGBTQ training. Full carbon tax elimination, not pausing, elimination of the carbon tax scam. And biggest gains for seniors, workers, and investors. Seniors. Those blue hairs that are on board with Mark Carney, because he is also aged and gray as well, I guess. But they will also gain the most out of this voting conservative. According to this, yes, it is one article. It is ChatGPT's summary. But I don't know. You tell me. Which one do you choose? It was weird that I was getting pushback that the conservative tax model and savings were not going to beat out the Liberals or the NDP. Anyhow, I guess they were wrong. But let's wait and see if they decide to tuck tail and apologize or double down and say, nope, they're still right. I'm going to assume the latter. Andrew Scheer dropped a banger of a video, and I just want to go through some points and just let him talk through it. He's going to do a better job than I am going through this stuff.
Behavior. And when you look at Mark Carney's actions when it comes to standing up for Canada, his track record is terrible. Let me explain. By now, we've all heard about Mark Carney's decision to abandon Canada. As we were facing this major threat from the US administration, Mark Carney was already leaving Canada behind to move his investments into the US. Then, he was even caught lying about it.
The decision, the formal decision of the board, happened after I ceased to be on the board.
But press releases from October say the decision had already been made and only needed formal approval.
What a G. Elbows up. Let's get out of Canada. Get me out of here. Let's head down to the States.
News contacted the Carney campaign and Brookfield for an explanation, but has received no response.
But the story is so much worse than that. Let's take a look at what Carney and Brookfield were up to years before Donald Trump became president. This is Mark, don't call me Vice Chair Carney.
You were the Vice Chairman at Brookfield Asset Management prior to
the chair.
Meow, meow. I'm Vice Chair. I'm Chair.
I was the chair. Sorry.
As head of Brookfield, he had a long history of putting America ahead of Canada.
And not just America. Not just America. As we'll see here in this next part of his clip, he puts everybody ahead of Canada while bringing Canada down. He was moving stuff out of Canada and just pumping the bags of other countries. Take a look.
From 2021 to 2024, Brookfield's assets in the United States increased by 22%.
That's a big jump.
At the same time, Brookfield's assets in Canada decreased by 8%.
That's digging a hole.
More investments in the US, less investments in Canada. So the man who wants to be Prime Minister of our country wasn't even investing in Canada when he had the chance.
Nor was he living here.
Assets during that time increased in just about every other country except for Canada. Take a look for yourself. While Carney was head of Brookfield, their investments in Australia was up 41%, 31% higher in India, 43% in Germany, 58% higher in Asia, and in a
Shocking.
category called Other, their investments went up 164%.
Yet in Canada, they dropped 8%. What a clown. Who is for Canada? Who? Mark Carney? Really? Taking money out of Canada? Dumping it into the States? Dumping it into Australia, India, China? Big surprise there. Heaven forbid he not put some more money into China. But now to end this off, Moose on the Loose kind of sums this up and brings us to the subject and the title of this video, where Mark Carney is Donald Trump. He dropped a banger of a video this morning, and I could not do this justice. He ties in Mark Carney and Elon Musk. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Elon Musk, with Donald Trump as well. All of the dealings, whether it be in Asia, somewhere over here, and I mean, minorly Canada down here, some pipeline investments in the States not too long ago. And look at this. Donald Trump here, Elon Musk here, Brookfield Investments while he was at Brookfield, bailing out Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. I think there was some sort of building in New York that was going under, so they pumped a bunch of money into that. So yeah, you're going to tell me that this web of, if you just look at this side, I mean, there's Peter Thiel, there's JD Vance, Trump, Elon, they're all in bed together. And you're going to tell me that Mark Carney is going to do what's right for Canada. Mark Carney is Donald Trump, where he is trying to benefit the States, not Canada. Nothing that he is doing is going to benefit Canadians. He has what? The mobile home initiative that he's, tiny home, whatever the home business is, through Brookfield, of course. And they're going to build these tiny modular homes, not for people to buy, but for people to rent. Oh my God, did I forget to mention that Mark Carney is embedded in the WEF, where they stated, you will own nothing and you will be happy. Could this be part of that initiative? I'm going to say yes. That might be the biggest reason why I would never vote for Mark Carney, is for that tie into the WEF. Him, Chrystia Freeland, who was rumored to be taking over for Klaus Schwab at some points. To have those two, Justin, I mean, you've got Macron and those cronies over in Europe, all backing the WEF. So, I don't know. Go check out Moose on the Loose's latest video. I will leave a link in the description. It is well worth it. Put it on 1.5 speed. It's a 30-minute video, but if you can hack it, if you can stomach it, watch it in normal speed, because there's a lot to be explained and you will miss something. I know I did. But that being said, guys, get out there, vote. It doesn't matter who you vote for. Just get out there and vote. Do your part. But if you want something better or something different for Canada, whether it be taxes, which ChatGPT did tell us will benefit everybody if they vote conservative, including seniors. Although seniors probably aren't watching this. Yeah, just get out and vote. Do your part. Don't be a-holes and, tear down conservative, liberal, NDP signs, liberals, because you have been caught red-handed doing it over and over and over again. How can you support a party that cheats, lies, steals from you, from your neighbor, over and over and over again for the last 9 to 10 years. Let's give them 4 more. Anyway, that's it for me. It's ISG80 coming to you from right here. Tune in for the next video. I'm not sure how many more of these I will do, but I might do more. We'll see. Do leave your comment, hit a like, subscribe, do whatever you have to do. That's it. Till the next time, as always, stay healthy, stay safe, a lot of love. I'm out. Peace.